3 of all of the horrific things that I uncovered while watching every single video ever posted to the Miranda Sings YouTube channel. The other parts are in the playlist down below. And today we're not only going to be talking about this comment here, but also how when I was watching all 922 of these videos, the YouTube algorithm actually started funneling me down a Christian nationalism and extremist pipeline. And I figured out why. Now, first of all, Colleen has said in the past that the Miranda Sings character is not for children. She even dug her heels in on that, saying that Miranda Sings is PG-13 and that you wouldn't find Miranda Sings content on the YouTube Kids app. So obviously people started immediately releasing screenshots of Miranda Sings content on the YouTube Kids app. Now, in this video that she posted in March of 2021, talks about how much her son loves the Miranda character, but she doesn't know why because Miranda's not for kids. And she's in the middle of making a video that's going to confuse some people because it's going to be for children to watch. She goes on to say that when she originally made the character, the audience that was watching were people her age, other adults. And that as the audience started to change and more kids started watching, she essentially tried to put jokes in for the adults in a way that would go over the kids' heads. As I was editing this, I realized that I wanted to pop back in and talk about how that's just like a straight up lie. Because in this video, which was posted 10 years ago, so very early on in the Miranda channel, way before she says that she noticed kids watching her content, Miranda's talking about doing something naughty in the airplane bathroom to join the Mile High Club. And because the whole shtick of the character is that she's disabled and her comprehension is affected, the naughty stuff she does in the bathroom is like unrolling all of the toilet paper. So to say that she added these things as innuendos to go over kids' heads is just straight up a lie. The actual joke that she doesn't want to say out loud is that the inappropriateness is going over Miranda's head because she's disabled. She ends the video by saying, "So do kids watch my videos? Yes, but I try to make my content enjoyable for anyone." So her argument is basically she's not Miss Rachel. She's not specifically for kids. I also want to remind you that she has rated Miranda Sings PG-13, something that's not listed anywhere on her website, so not warning parents when they go to buy tickets to her live shows. It's also not listed anywhere on her YouTube channel, nor her books. And while Haters Back Off is rated TV-14, these are the more like this suggested movies on the Haters Back Off IMDb page. But the bigger point here is that a 13-year-old is still very much a child. So let's take a look at these jokes, and you tell me if they're appropriate for even a 13-year-old. One of the first ones that I came across was this video where Miranda teaches you how to give birth. She then says, if it smells between your legs, that means you're fertile. Miming birth and repeating that quote is also something that she does in her live show. And this topic of a woman's body part having a certain scent, Miranda uses that repeatedly. Here again, literally over and over. And how she talks about women's bodies only gets worse. Here's a clip of her talking about one of the pages in one of her Miranda Sings books.
It teaches you how to draw a hot dog when it's supposed to look like a vagina. And I wanted ketchup on the page because I wanted it to look like a nasty vagina with blood on it.
We have topics of consent that come up.
I invited a girl over to film a collab with me, and she did something to me that I did not say was okay. She freaking kissed me on the mouth, and now I'm not pure for my husband.
Actually, this idea of slut-shaming and this anti-women rhetoric is a really common joke for Miranda. One of her bits is that anytime she can see pretty much any skin on a woman, she calls it corn.
Everyone is being Look at things. I can see her entire stomach. Look at that. All her legs. Kind of. But that one is okay.
And your testicles out, your legs showing like that. So inappropriate.
Remember when I said that not only did Colleen acknowledge that she knows that children watch her content, but that it was also somehow appropriate for 13-year-olds? It's almost as if Colleen was never a 13-year-old girl herself. Because anyone who's even just met a 13-year-old girl knows that that is the worst time to be told that your body is a joke in any capacity. Especially the incredibly harmful rhetoric that periods are dirty, that something is wrong with you if a part of your body has a scent. That kind of flippancy over consent and staying pure for your husband. Not exactly the best message to be sending to young women that are just at that age where they are starting to face scrutiny of their bodies, from themselves and those around them, even if you intend it as a joke. Words have weight, and that doesn't mean it's not going to impact children that are in the middle of developing mentally. Also, did you catch that photo that she used to glow Zell? Don't love that. Now, another major thing that I noticed while going through all of these videos is the sheer amount of collabs that she has done with JoJo Siwa. Not only did they first start working together when JoJo was only 13 years old, look how young she looks, and the inappropriate jokes were aplenty in the JoJo videos, trust me. But also, JoJo's entire career persona is based on being for little kids. Again, something Colleen was adamant she was the opposite of. But the consistent use of JoJo in her thumbnails, as not only a parent, but a little kid clicking through YouTube, if you're seeing thumbnails like this, you're going to assume that this character is for children.
My mom always taught me, if you're gonna sit down on a seat that you have to share with other people, you have to wear panties so you don't share your juices.
Yeah, she's gonna be doing coke. I mean, she's gonna be trying coke.
And it's not just the Miranda character doing it. This truly is just who Colleen is at her core.
And every time it rains, it leaks just like a teenage girl's. I can't believe I'm gonna say this. It leaks so much like a little girl's creases when she watches me. Like a little girl's creases when she's watching those strange little boys on music.
The fact that she is laughing so hard in that clip that she almost can't even get the joke out of her mouth, I I'm gonna tag Emily's video in the caption. Absolutely go watch it. They talk about how Colleen wiped all of that content that I just showed you from her personal account, but that all this problematic stuff is still up on the Miranda page, which of course we know because that's the entire basis of this series. But they're pointing out that it's because even though Colleen is Miranda writing these jokes, the scapegoat is that it's Miranda that said that, and Miranda's just a character. In fact, one of you guys, thank you so much, tagged me in this video. This is Colleen talking about how she uses Miranda to not only be truthful, but mean.
Do you ever mean what she's saying?
Yes, all the time. There's a lot of times where in character I'll say something so cruel or, something I'm thinking but I would never actually say as myself, and it's very liberating to be able to say things that
Girly pop, you're telling on yourself. You can't say these things are intended to be a joke and also say that it's your truth. And regardless if something is intended to be a joke or not, kids who she's admitted she knows are watching her content do not have a fully formed brain. Not only can they not tell you're joking, but the newest and youngest fans of Miranda sometimes don't even know that she's a character and not a real person. And you know what else doesn't know if you're joking or not? The algorithm. I fully ran out of time on this video because of how much problematic content Colleen and Miranda truly have. But the next part is going to be the final part, and we're going to talk about how that algorithm that doesn't know that she's joking sent me down an alt-right pipeline. Don't worry, I didn't forget. And how Terry Jo is relevant to this conversation. It's just that Terry Jo deserves her own video, okay? See you in part 4.